Whether you're alone or you're with your friends, just put this.
Now, am I supposed to answer like the first thing that pops into my head kind of thing?
Yeah, you're on now. You're on the show.
Get wild if you're going to the club or you don't like those. Just wanna sit around in comfy clothes. Get wild.
Hey everybody, welcome to the second episode of Quinterviews. It's your good buddy Chris Ophalius, and I'm here and I have a very special celebrity guest. It's my good buddy Nick Testa. He's right here. They call him the Nightbeast, and he's in my computer right now.
How you doing? Can somebody please let me out of this computer? I got things to do.
I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Okay.
It's called Quinterviews. I ask 5 questions. You already know this. I have to be careful not to actually ask you a question before I ask the questions, because that will count as a question. So I'm being very careful to just tell you and not ask you. But you're on you're on Quinterviews right now, and and I'm gonna ask you some questions.
That's awesome. 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 Yeah.
Nick, this is my first question for you. Nick, you make songs. How do you make a song?
First, I mess around with my computer GarageBand or Logic or whatever program I feel like using, and I'll either have an idea for a theme of the song or just a beat that I want to use, and it just builds off of that. Sometimes the songs that turn out the best, that I do them really quickly. Like, it's not very interesting how I write songs. I guess it's way less interesting than the actual song itself.
Nick, my second question for you is, Nick, have you ever written a story?
No, I've always wanted to. I never have.
Aww. Nick, my third question for you is, Nick, can you tell me 3 things about basketball?
Manute Bol was 7'7". My favorite team when I was a kid was the Charlotte Hornets for no reason. I played basketball until the 6th grade when I realized that I am uncoordinated.
Nick, you have a new album coming out.
Whether you're alone or you're with your friends, just put this song on, let the night begin, get wild.
Can you tell me what inspires you?
I like where you went with that question. Every day, just getting up, man. Just living. I don't know. That's awesome.
Nick, I would never put you on the spot, but could you write a song about Quinterviews right off the top of your head right now?
Absolutely not.
Well, Nick, you've done a great job on the show. I gotta thank you for being on Quinterviews. I don't know if maybe we'll get more views on this episode of Quinterviews, but I learned things from you. You didn't teach me how to smoke, and we didn't hacky sack together, but we had a lot of good times. And I hope you have a great time living in my computer and putting out songs. And you have a new album coming out on July 26th. And
26.
And it has songs on it, and it's a great album. You did a great job.
And there's not one about smoking. There's not one about basketball. There is one about college that I didn't finish, and there's one about Lisa Frank. You didn't ask that, but I told you anyway.
Whether you're alone or you're
the first episode was a complete failure. I interviewed Paul Menetiadis, and I thought I did a great job, but I didn't get that many views on YouTube, and there were babies that got more views than me. But
Well,
I'm assuming
they have an unfair advantage.
I'm assuming that this will have many more viewers, and hopefully everyone's watching it right now.
Get nasty, get wild, get nasty, get wild and get nasty. If you're going to the club or you don't get nasty.
That's the best part of the interview.